Hi, it's your creative friend Katrin. So today I had the pleasure to chat with Lucia Sanguinetti-Jonescheit from Dainki. She is a fellow surface pattern designer who graduated in fashion design, and we talked all about how to deal with overwhelm. You can find all her information in the description down below. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell your creative besties. Enjoy watching, keeping it real. Hi, it's Katrin U again, and I'm so happy to have Lucia with me. It's Lucia from Dainki, and she's also a surface pattern designer. And today we wanted to talk about how to deal with overwhelm, because that's something we have to deal, everybody has to deal with, I guess.
Daily.
From time to time, yes, or daily, maybe. I hope not. I hope not. But Lucia, I know that recently you've pulled back from social media to take a time off because you felt like overwhelmed, and I wanted to ask you about this. What led up to this decision? And yeah, maybe you can share a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it wasn't only social media. I think it was everything, a little bit about everything. And even though I love posting on Instagram and everything, I was feeling, even though I was done with my day work, since I mostly upload something or post something on in the afternoon, like 3 or 6 p.m. or something like that, I found myself always, like, even though I was done with the work day, always think, oh yes, right, you wanted to post on Instagram, and I love it, but on the other hand, it was something there in my mind all the time, and it was something to say, okay, I have to limit, or at least like take a pause, because I was forgetting other appointments, or I had more and more to do, and it was somehow all in my head, and it was too much. It was too much pressure, and I say, okay, deep breath, and take a deep breath. Take a break from everything screen related and that kind of stuff. And since I always, or I try at least to design all my feed like a month in advance or something like that, and it's not like I post something, okay, what do I post today? Oh, I post a picture of these rose or something like that. I plan it ahead and with intention and purpose. So I think it was end of April, and I had like a long list of things to do by the end of the month. And one of those was Instagram, for example, and client work and things I had to send and everything. And also the personal life, appointments or of course kids and family life and this and that. And then I say, okay, no, I have to, this is it. I was really nervous all the time, really stressed. I wasn't sleeping well, and I say, okay, I think I started having I think it sounded a little bit more dramatic than it actually was. I was having like this short-term memory loss where it wasn't this, it was like a brain fog, I couldn't concentrate. And I had, my husband had told me something like in the morning, and it was the afternoon, and I said, no, you never said that. I was like, yeah, I did, and I asked a third party person, and he said, oh my God, he did. Like, ooh, this is like a little strange. Yeah. And I say, okay, yeah, this is your body, your mind telling you, okay, you have to take a step back. Yeah.
And has this happened before? I guess because I can imagine it's like, at least for me, I had this experience that it's like a certain time span, and then you feel energized and good about posting, and then again you fall into like this trap and feel overwhelmed with it and don't want to do it any longer. So has this happened to you before as well?
I don't know. I think, well, on Instagram, I've been posting, I think, daily for 3 years or something like that, because I really thought, oh, I really have to, and planning and controlling, all that kind of stuff. And then I tried new things. I tried like only during the week, like Monday to Friday, and then it was better. And then I said, okay, maybe 3 days only. But then I felt it was like too little, and I really enjoy showing my work and connecting with others, and like showing my future or existing clients the new stuff and that kind of things. And then I thought, okay, I think five times a week, during the week is okay, it's enough, and I'm happy with that. But I think I was always feeling overwhelmed, but I never listened to it, So I think that's why it came to a really like crucial time, and that time I said, okay, I have to start listening to what my body and mind is telling me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how long was your time off? I guess like several weeks.
It wasn't that much. It was I mean, I was like online. I still was online, like a viewer, like a silent reader, but it was a month, and the whole May I haven't posted or I haven't sent my newsletter, which I really miss somehow, but I didn't want to send just something, I wanted to send something real special. And then I was a week on real vacation with my son. And that was a week. So I took my notebooks and everything in case I was bored to draw, and they never saw daylight. They were in my luggage all the time, because I was having fun with my kid at the pool or at the beach or something like that. And then I think when I came back, I started like really slowly answering emails. I had like this huge amount of emails, and it was okay. Yeah, I don't know.
And so you didn't just reduce your time on social media, but you also didn't work, right? So you had no like projects and everything. And during this time, isn't it like when you take your time off, then you start to feel guilty so fast? I don't know why. Only already during a normal work day, I sometimes feel like guilty when I'm just like sitting down for 5 minutes, and it's so bad. So I intentionally try to, you have to, I think you have to train yourself to not feel guilty about it, because when you work and give it your everything, then you should have some downtime and not feel guilty about it, right? But I can imagine during a long time, it's, I don't, maybe it's worse, or is it like you only after a little, some days, a couple of days, you feel like, okay, it's okay, I can really take a step back and just enjoy my free time? Because did you have some experience like this, or was it easy to like switch off work and think
no, I wish it were that simple. No, I think it has a lot to do with this hustle mentality, that they say, okay, you have to work, and in your free time, I used to use my free time to, I don't know, listen to podcasts about productivity, and it was like, okay. But it's also necessary to have free time and to simply do nothing. But in a society where, normally our values, and without getting like really philosophical or something like that, but when our value is that much attached to that, what we can produce and what we can earn and create and everything, especially as artists, or designers, then I think it's really common to feel guilty of resting, which is the most normal thing, and especially for creative work is really important. You know, it's the work, it doesn't exist, and it exists in your mind, you know, and then you create it and you put it out there. And if your mind is stressed, it's like stress is the worst enemy of creativity, you know. And I found myself, and that I also felt that I was drawing my for the next collection or something like that, and I was rushing and oh damn it, and like this, and it was like, wait, if you want to hate it so much, then go to an office, get a fixed amount of money each month, and that's it, you know, and hate it that way. You went freelance or on like on your own to not feel that way, and to love the way you work and what you do and everything. And of course you cannot love it all the time. There are tasks that you're gonna hate no matter what. But those were like little alarms out there that made me think, okay, think about it, you know. Maybe you need to step back a little bit. And the first days it's not that I felt guilty, it felt really uncomfortable. It felt like an itch, you know, like I was sitting there and what do I have to do? Is there laundry there? I have to do something else. No. And repeating myself like, no, you're resting, make it work, you know. Yeah, I think after so much time in the hamster wheel, it's really hard to slow down. And you know, all these expectations, yeah, but you have to pay your bills, and yeah, but your goals, you know, remember your goals, they're there and they're waiting for you to work on it. It's so much pressure, you know. I don't know if you can relate.
I can relate, of course. It's so relatable, yes. And one way I've tried to deal with this guilt, like you just said, it's feeling like a hustle all the time, and then there's your course at home as well, and the kids. And one thing I'm just trying right now is to put do nothing on my to-do list. So because I've been working with a habit tracker recently and trying to refine it from week to week. And then I thought, okay, so when I feel guilty, when I just sit down randomly during the day, the guilt kicks in very fast. But when I put it on my to-do list, which is, it's nothing, it's something which is good for me, right? Just take 5 minutes off and not feel guilty. So I just put it on this habit list, and just like, at first it was meditating for 5 minutes, but now I just put do nothing, and I sit down like as if I'm meditating. And it's like I get used to it, to just sit down, do nothing, and not feel guilty about it. But I think it's practice, and it takes practice, and just also when you know you are rested, and like you said, you need the rest to be creative and enjoy creating, and to have something good come out of it eventually. Then you also know that when you create and have the time to give it your all, then you don't have to feel the guilt as much, I guess, or maybe that helps as well. But it's difficult. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so as we were talking about your overwhelm and how you deal with it, so you took your time off, right? But are there any other habits? Because I just mentioned the habit tracker. Do you have any habits that have you practice on a daily basis, or maybe another, maybe weekly, that you feel like help you with your creativity and also in your personal life, if you would like to mention a habit and that helps you to stay balanced and have some kind of well-being for your mind as a creative, but also in your personal life? Is there anything you would say that helps you?
Yeah, I think so. I think since last summer, so it will be in August, will be a year or something like that. I live here in a really, there are lots of little forests everywhere, and it's really nice to walk. And I wasn't, I was waking up, getting the kids ready. My husband would also get the kids ready, and then I will take them to school, and then fast back home, sit, computer on, that's it, and work until no, I have to pick up the kids, and that's it. And I was able to keep that for a long time. And I was like, I don't know. I said, no, you will take your time in the mornings when you leave the kids at school. Behind the school, there's also a huge forest and with really nice paths, and you can walk there, and it's really quiet, filled with animals and everything. And since then I've been walking like maybe half an hour or something like that, sometimes less, sometimes more, like just walking, sometimes mostly with music, because I really like that, but sometimes it's also good to have not even music to sing on or to think about, just like listen to the birds. And it sounds a little bit like a Disney movie, but or a little bit cliche, but it's really to be alone with your thoughts. And sometimes it's really you feel the thoughts like, oh, remember that pattern you wanted to do, like the repeat is not gonna, no, not now, when that will come, and then like really consciously taking the time and enjoy it. And I mean, sometimes you see maybe a flower and you say, oh, this is so cute, I want to make a pattern of it. Okay, noted. And you keep going. And I think that made a major difference. And now in summer, sometimes I try to do it also in the evenings, because it's really it's here in the north of Germany, it's really late, really light still, so you might be able to see some animals too there. But it's also the walking, this I've read that this rhythmical movements, they help you balance also the mind and the movement, and getting fresh air and being nature should be really beneficial for mental health. So
yes, I enjoy the birds chirping nowadays, since
yes,
spring and the weather has become better. And I imagine, the route you take, is it the same route you take every day, or do you just wander around in the woods?
They are different. There are, yeah. I used to, I noticed like a couple of weeks ago that I was doing that by really because I had to, and I wasn't enjoying it, and I try to take different routes according to the time. Sometimes it's really cold and it's like, oh, I'm really cold, I want to go home and get a blanket or something. But now that the weather is warmer, then I can stay longer, or there are like really clearances there, or I don't know how you call them, where like spaces where there's so much sun, so I will sit there and I don't want to leave, it's so nice now. But I try to get my few, I have like few different paths.
But it's right next to your home, right? Or in the surroundings?
Yeah, they're everywhere. I think
nice.
Like the town is surrounded by forests, so I could go either way. And now, well, my little one, we come faster to school if I also ride the bike along with my kids. So he rides, otherwise I would have to push him like uphill, and I would also get like hand pain and everything. So I said, okay, let's try if I ride the bike too, and it helps a lot. We make like, okay, who's faster? And no, and it's also fun, and that works well. So now I can go with the bike, I can go a little bit further, and find new areas that I'm not that able to explore by foot, because otherwise I'd be like gone for 2 hours.
Yeah, but that's so nice that you have like a forest and nature right at your home.
Yeah.
We're located in Berlin, and we have a lot of trees and parks as well, but it's not like I can go somewhere where I won't meet a lot of people and just this time on my own. And I can imagine this would be really great to fuel your mind and just let your mind wander, and also concentrate on just yourself and enjoy the nature. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's funny because last time I chatted with Christina Holtkrantz, and she also said that she likes to so they drop off their kids by car, and then she goes home and walks just home, and it's all nature as well. And it's like, I think she mentioned like a 30-minute walk, and it's similar to your routine then.
Yeah.
And I think I can imagine this helps when you get home, and then you feel like, okay, now I'm ready to work and start my schedule. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and I think nowadays with the iPad, for example, I always sketch, on my notebook, and then I take it, on paper, and then I take it to the iPad. So sometimes these past weeks, it's been really sunny here. So I would say, okay, maybe, turn off the screen, the computer, and go outside and draw there, because nowadays we have these possibilities. Or even if you draw on paper, you have this possibility to get outside and get some vitamin D, that it's not that usual here in northern Germany. So to be conscious about that, and to say, oh, you know what, it's so nice outside. What can I do today that I don't need to be here sitting in front of my computer? Okay, I can do this. Okay, let's do this. But you really have to be conscious about it. Nobody's going to come and say, hey, let's go outside.
Yeah, it's like you have to step up for yourself and for your health and well-being and everything. It's just like you said, nobody's coming, and it's hard to sometimes remind yourself of this, because you just are in the hamster wheel, and feel like you need to do so much in so little time. It's difficult.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for sharing, Lucia. This was interesting about your daily routine of taking a walk. And apart from this daily walk, do you have any routines or workflows that you feel help you to prevent overwhelm, to prevent from overwhelm even occurring in your day-to-day work life?
Yes, I think I tried different things. I tried planning a lot, but it was really stiff, and somehow I felt even worse if I didn't achieve that. So I'm still trying to find the right way, or still to plan it and acknowledge, like, okay, this is the time where you draw, and leave a little wiggle room, to if I don't make it, or sometimes you don't feel like drawing, or you draw and everything looks like, no, I don't like it, it's okay, pick up something that you could work on to leave a little flexibility there. And for example, with emails, I had set some days that I answer them, for example, so I don't have the feel to answer them all the time. I either do in the morning, that's the first thing I do for half an hour, and then again the last half an hour. This was a great tip from my coach. I got a creative coach, a business coach, Annette, which is amazing. And that had helped me a lot, because she was able to give me some strategies to organize that a little bit. And that way, you know, you get at the beginning of the day your emails, and then at the end and in the whole morning, if you got any email, then you can have that last hour to say, okay, yes, this is important, this can wait until tomorrow. And I think the other really important thing is focus, you know, as creatives, and especially nowadays where the possibilities are endless. You know, you can do anything, everyone is connected with everyone else in the world. And, you know, you are scrolling on Instagram and, ooh, a challenge. Oh, I love it. Or a contest. Yeah, I will enter that. And then you originally hadn't planned that. So I think this is what I heard other creatives call the shiny syndrome, the shiny object syndrome, you know, where you see something and, oh yeah, I would love to do that. And then there's something else in the list, and the list keeps getting longer. And, you know, of course, it's so interesting and we want to do it all, but I think it's also like taking care of yourself and of your creative force to say, okay, do I really have the time to do this? And make a compromise. Okay, maybe I can do this contest, but with a pattern that I already have. I recolor it, and then, you know, you achieve that, you entered something, but you didn't spend like maybe a whole day on it, you know, to make a compromise and between what you want to do and what you have the capacity, like the time and energy capacity to do, you know. Also, you know, I noticed a huge difference between last year and this year. Last year I was doing like so many different things, freelance fashion design, textile freelance fashion, freelance design, client work, licensing, email, blog posts, Skillshare classes, like everything, design channel, everything, you know. And that was way too much. And even though everything was so much fun, and you know, it's sometimes you have to say, okay, I really need to focus, and you know, even though, or even, you know, when I'm creating this past months, I found a routine that I'm really happy with in terms of creating new work. And the first, when I had a team, the first weeks, it would be like, okay, I will do this collection and it would have so many patterns, and it was so much. So I say, okay, I will put all my ideas, and now I will pick only 3. Okay, and I will take those 3 and make. And if I have any extra time to do the others, fine. And if not, it will be for next year when I have to draw about this theme. And it's really difficult, you know, because those are nice ideas and you want to see them out there, but yeah, it's, you have to compromise some things, I think, and stay focused. Like also on social media, do you really want to do like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok? I don't know how, Snapchat, I think that's for younger people. You know, it's like, no, like pick 1 or 2, and also for different things, you know. It's hard. Yeah,
the list is endless, I guess, because there are so many platforms. And but the interesting thing, I guess, so you mentioned all the shiny object syndrome.
Yes.
So you feel like you have to follow this challenge, or have to do this and that. But then also, I think from time to time you need to try new things, right? Or you want to try things and see if it works. And maybe there are things you haven't tried yet, but that maybe can take you on another interesting route, or on a path, and where you can even, that maybe you enjoy even more and you don't know yet. But it's so difficult, so you have to try new things from time to time in order to like test your limits, or even just expand your comfort zone and try other things. And but then you have to also be careful not to want to try everything all at once. And that can be so exhausting. And at the end of the day, then you feel like, what have I actually done today? And it's like you have done all and nothing. So I think that's really hard to find the right balance, to not feel the overwhelm or not put too much on your plate at once.
Yeah, absolutely. And to make space and to prioritize. Okay, you know, and I think at the beginning it's really difficult to know what will work, you know. Should I open a spoonflower shop? Oh, what? But then you get months and months with earning like a little bit, and it's like, okay, well, maybe that's not it. Maybe I will, I don't know, I will start pitching, and then you pitch a month and nobody answers, and it's like, oh no, I hate this so much. I will start a YouTube channel, and then you know, and you move from one another, and I totally understand it, you know, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer, and you know, it's hard when you want to make an income right away. You know, that you want it to work so badly, and sometimes you leave it too early, or you have 3 things going on at the same time. And I think it was Kat Coquillette that said this metaphor, you know, like if you have like 5 different not stairs, but you know, like, yeah, let's say stairs, I don't know, and you get like 1-2 steps on one, and then you move to the other, and you go 1 step, and then you move to the other, and 3, you know, if you had stayed here, you would be already at 7. I don't know, I didn't do the math, but you know, and you don't come that far away because you're switching stairs all the time, you know. I like that metaphor like a lot.
That's definitely how it works. Like you have to find a way to find out what works for you. But then also I don't know where I heard this, but if you try something new and then it works for you, like maybe, I don't know, Spoonflower or whatever licensing, then somebody said that you also have to ask yourself, if it works, is this even something that I enjoy doing? Because then when I have to do more of it in order to get more outcome from it, then I should make an effort, no, not make an effort, but I should be able to enjoy it. So what, there doesn't come anything good from it when you know you can make more money from this one thing, but you don't even enjoy it, and so you don't give it your best. And then eventually you also up for overwhelm, I think. Because you don't have fun doing it. So that's maybe something to consider as well. When you try something new and it works, then ask yourself, maybe, do I enjoy doing it? And do I want to put more effort in this pillar, or do I try something else instead? Maybe.
Or is it aligned with my purpose or with my values as well? You know, because you know, if you want to make a name of your prints or something like that, you know, and then you, I don't know, you work for 3 or 4 different textile studios, and then, you know, your artwork is out there, but then you want to make a name for it. So it's really, or I don't know, you upload this, you know, there are lots of people doing this clip art or this 10 pattern for €5 or $5 on Creative Market, but you say you're a sustainable pattern designer, and then anyone everywhere in the world can buy that and make cheap and badly produced products with it. I don't know, you know, is it aligned? It gives you a couple of bucks every month, but is it in alignment what you really want for your
brand,
totally, or, you know?
Yeah, right. So I wanted to ask you also about if you have any advice that you would like to give to your younger self or other designers who are just starting out, not relating to overwhelm, or if you like also for overwhelm, if you have any other strategies. I don't know, strategies. Oh my God. And if you maybe if you have any good advice for other artists, or for that you would be happy if you would if you would have known it from the start.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, it's like I said, it's really hard, and I do consultations with other designers, like really not formal at all, like two designers talking, and I think the most thing or the most common thing I see when they come to me and ask me is either they do a couple of patterns and they already have this pressure to make money out of them, and I know that because, you know, I've been there and I had this first collection and I was so proud of it, and it's okay that I was proud because I was getting in a whole new area. But when I see it now, it's like, oh no, oh my God, you know, that wasn't really at all. But either way, you know, you get out there and you start trying all these different things. I think one advice for me is to start with less and set a firmer foot first, and then move on to the next thing, you know, and not rushing to move to the other thing. I think, you know, I was already doing the other thing and then that thing, and I could have gone, I don't know, I have my spoonflower shop there, and I know if I put a lot of effort there, then I will start seeing some results. But it takes time, and you know, when you have this rush to generate income like right away, then you start going crazy, you know, and you start saying, okay, but this might be the new thing, and this might be the new thing. And on the one hand, it's good because you try new things, but and it's necessary to know, okay, I tried this and I didn't like it, you know, and then you try the other thing and say, oh no, this is more my thing. And it's inevitable, like it's not like making mistakes, but trying things that they're not a fit, you know. And the other thing would be resting more and setting like firmer boundaries between work time and leisure time or weekends. I remember, especially during Corona, I don't know why I did that. You know, I have a picture, or this was before Corona, I don't know. I have a picture, my small one, he's now 5.5, but at that time was 2 and something, and he was really tired, and I was painting, and he's like sleeping here, and I'm painting flowers because I had a deadline for a textile studio that wasn't even paying that well, you know. Also, like, and that comes also, you know, there's a saying like, with the newspaper from Monday, we all know about it, but you know, like, know your worth. You know, don't work for pennies. It's really not worth it. Know your worth and think about that in a clever way. What else? Then when you're not in that beginner phase anymore, and you are not like on a really professional stage, you're in the in-betweens. I think the most, because I think there's a lot of advice missing for that stage. You know, you have either the basic course, or and I love courses, and the basic course, or the really professional 10,000 mastermind that it's like, I gotta follow this, you know. But I think it is delegating and getting help, you know. Is it with my coaching? I wish I had done it earlier, because it gave so much structure to the way I work and confidence. And then I newly hired a virtual assistant, and she's helping me with pitching, because I hate pitching and she got an email. She sent me an email when I was in the middle of a really boring administrative task, and I said, okay, yes, okay, you're a godsend. Come on, this is the universe telling me, okay, you have to hire help. And you know, you start a little. It's not that I will have her here full time. You start with a couple of hours each month. You make the investment, and you know, it's not only that I know she's taking care of a task that I don't want to do. It's also the mental space that it's not, you know, I don't have pitching somewhere because I know she's taking care of that. And I don't feel guilty, oh, that you actually wanted to pitch this month, you know? So a little bit of guilt and of overwhelm, it's gone. It's really gone. So I think those would be my
that's a great
2
advice.
cents on the matter.
That's a great advice. It's maybe we should all start thinking about what we can delegate more.
Yes, yes, because there are things, I don't know, cataloging or I have also this accounting software where all I have to do is upload the receipt, and it has, like, with this AI and that kind of stuff, it recognizes all the numbers and the names and the amounts. And all I have to do is, like, put it there and upload it, and that's it, you know. And otherwise I would leave it all for the end of the year, and then I would have, like, okay, where's the receipt now? Oh, I don't know. And
oh, that sounds great as well. Yes, for bookkeeping, this is also something
bookkeeping,
I don't like at all. But you have to do it, right? So another thing to
this wearing all these hats, you know, you hear it a lot, wearing different hats. There's a real idea I wanted to do, like, for a long time, where there's an audio, like, saying hi, and many different people saying hi. And I've seen people doing, like, solopreneurs or artists doing that because they're the designer, the CEO, the you know, the accountant, the social media content creator.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay,
all these different hats. And I think, you know, we don't have to do all that. We get to do all that, but it's overwhelming. So I think it's finding balance between the things you really want to do and the things you can delegate, you know, once you're in that stage. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a multi-talent job, right? So this, I know what you mean. There was a short on Instagram, right, where you have all the job titles, and then that's me. I know, I know. And and then at the same time, then at this moment, you realize, oh yeah, that's me also. I didn't know these were all other jobs. Oh my God. Yeah, that's really a lot to deal with. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I think that's a great advice, like for starters to just move slowly. And to recap this, so for beginners, you would say it's important to start slowly and be aware of your values and where you would see yourself in the future, maybe, and then you just try to move slowly and consciously, and not just fall in the trap of the shiny object syndrome. Then for the intermediate, and
set a limit. You know, I want to try new things, and I will try this, but I will do this for 6 months, and then I will, you know, like, analyze, was it worth it? Do I see potential? Do I enjoy doing it? You know, and then you decide, do I keep on? Do I keep doing this, or do I say, okay, thank you for everything you've taught me, but you're not for me? Bye.
Okay, and then for the intermediate level, so when you start to make some income, and you can reevaluate what are the things I don't enjoy doing, and maybe have someone I trust with who I can delegate some tasks. I think that's will also take some time to find somebody that you feel comfortable working with, but I can imagine it is worth a lot when you, like you just said your example with your virtual assistant, that and just another thing that you can release from your brain and have more space for creative work. Then that's great.
And I think it has also a lot to do with control, you know, because you say, no, but no one will make it as good as I do, or nobody knows exactly how I do it. And it's like, well, maybe it's a good thing, you know, like to step back from that position. And it's really hard because I'm working on that. I'm like a control freak, and every house is perfect. And well, don't even get me started on perfectionism, you know, but you know, it's like okay, try it, you know, try it, and I don't know.
Yeah, see what works, and maybe it will even get better results than you had envisioned when you would have done it yourself. So yeah, that's, you have to stay open as well, right? So open for some change and for possibilities. Maybe the outcome will be even better. So you never know if you don't try, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, that was really great, Lucia.
Yeah, absolutely. We could talk for hours and hours.
Yeah, of course. So do you have anything you would like to tell us, what you're working on right now? What's your focus now? Or how do you, just what is your focus on your present projects? Or do you have anything else you would like to share?
Yeah, sure. Well, right now I'm working, well, I also hired another designer who I really admire to do my logo, because the logo that I have now, I did it right at the beginning, and I'm not a logo designer. I can work with Illustrator, but I'm not a logo designer. So I think one of my biggest projects coming now is she did the rebranding and then setting everything up so it looks like really nice. And then the other huge project is my design challenge that I make every year, 30 flowers in my style. This will be the 5th time that I host it already, and I can't believe it. It started like trying something out, and then each year everyone, well, not everyone, but so many designers and people that participated would tell me, oh, are you hosting it this year again? And
really?
I licensed one of the prints I did for the challenge.
That's great.
Yeah, so that always was, yeah, let's do this is so much fun. And for this special 5th anniversary, I'm planning something really special with it, and I can't wait. It's so great. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, I will start working on it. I have like the main idea, but I still have to like prepare everything, and I can't wait to do that and to tell you about it.
That's great. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. I think I assume I can find everything on Instagram. So now that you've picked up on your routine again, but don't feel too stressed, please. Just do whatever works for you. I think it's the best. You just follow your gut feeling, and there will be eventually there will be days where you don't feel like it, but that's, I think, just
that's normal.
That's just how the way it is.
And I think the sooner you accept that, you know, the sooner you'll also feel well about it, you know. And I mean, when I came back, I also felt a little bit guilty. Oh no, you know, this voice, you took that month, and look, you have to work more to get. And it was like, I'm not falling for that. No.
And please don't.
Please don't start from 0 to 100. You know. So it was, okay, you know, I will try to do my best, and that would have to be enough.
Right. That's the best. Great, Lucia. It was so fun talking to you.
Absolutely. To you. Thank you for having me here.
Oh no, I thank you for taking your time and sharing all this great information and your personal insight. It's always very interesting to just hear another perspective and maybe pull some information for yourself. So you can try other techniques and maybe redesign your whole routine if you like.
Just absolutely
try other things. That's always great to hear from other fellow artists. And I'm very grateful for having you. and wish you all the best for your project. I'm really excited
Thank
about
you.
your new logo. I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, have a great one, Lucia.
Yeah, thank you. You too, Catherine.
Bye.
Bye.